Ah, there he is. I was just missing you before a minute. Right, let's get started. So, okay, welcome everyone to the second half of the final day of block 3. We're going to cover assessment task 3, portfolio of evidence, BSBPMG430, undertake project work. As you can see, assessment 3A of 3. So there are two parts of 3A and 3B. We are talking about the first one. Assessment due date, as we discussed earlier, that's the due date, and assessor name, that's my name. That goes in there, okay? You must sign this document and have a date when you are signing it. This task requires you to demonstrate the skills and knowledge requirement to implement, monitor, finalize a straightforward project or a section of a larger project. It covers, sorry, one second. I had to change a bit of arrangement. Okay, everyone can still see my screen? Yeah. Awesome, thank you. Right. It covers the admin and monitoring of the project, finalizing the project and reviewing the project to identify lesson learned for application of future projects. Okay. Students have to use the same project scenario as chosen for assessment task 2. Should use the policy procedure, to be submitted using the due date, which I said. That's fine, nothing new here, nothing new here. Okay, so again, you can choose the same scenario or work with your own workplace. Same information. You can go to SIM Superior Implements with this username and password. 3 appendices, AT3.1, AT3.2, and 3.3. They are on My Village. So let me just bring My Village window. They're all here. So what is your 3.1 is a project status report. Okay. That's a project status report. So I can say this one is 3.1. O1 is 3.2, so that's your 3.2, okay, and that's your 3.3 LHO final report, okay, LHO final report. So all the documents are here. MC is a marking criteria document, and this PE is a one you are working on. Is this document PE is a portfolio of evidence, the main document that you are using, okay? So these are the 5 documents. 3 that you will use, one main document, which is called the PE document, portfolio of evidence document, and a marking criteria. Okay. Again, this task can be completed in your own workplace or simulated workplace, same company. What you are required to do as a summary, prepare a status report as a chosen time of the implementation stage of the project and communicate this information to relevant stakeholder. What we mean by this is you are reporting the status of your project. So you're working on a project and you are reporting to your manager, project owner, that, hey, sir, you gave me this project, I'm working on so and so, like an update thing, that you are providing to your stakeholder. Provide support to team members through reporting to enable them to achieve deliverable and transition them appropriate as a completion of the project. So whatever you plan for, deliverable, what you are expecting, you are providing support to your team members for that. Finalize the project and all the lesson learned when you're winding up the project. Complete the following activities to finalize the task. So again, what we said here will be covered again. As I said earlier, there is some repetition of information. Okay. Assessment task 3.1, project status report. That's your first thing that you are doing. Prepare a project status report at a point somewhere between 10 to 80% along the schedule. So when you feel like, oh, you have 30 days to complete the project, right? Then anywhere after 3 till 24 days, you are preparing this report. So your timeline, your date should match that. Again, let me write it on a screen. So for example, if your project is for 30 days from start to finish, then you are having this status report anywhere from 3 or literally 4th day till 24th day. Within this timeline, you are preparing the status report. So if you have to mention the date, these are the date you will choose. Again, let me write in terms of the date as well. Let's say your project starting is 20th June. Then the 4th day is from 24th June till let's say 20 July, approximately 13 July. Within this is the start date, start of project. This is the reporting beginning and end date, just an approximate, a few days here, man, doesn't matter. Anywhere between this, you are creating a status of the report, not too early, not too late. Okay, so if your project is from 26 till 27, 30 days, then you are starting reporting from 24th, anything. If you report after this date, it doesn't help because your project is already ended. The status does not matter. If you report on a very first day, then you haven't started anything. What are you reporting for? Okay, and that's why this 10 to 80% status is required anywhere. I mean, not necessarily dot point percentage, but just approximately, from 23rd, 24th June deadline until 12, 13 July. Okay. Okay, complete the report. This is what, okay, the status route should inform stakeholder status of the project, the same information about any budget, work completed versus still to be done, any update, are you on track, are you running behind, do you need additional help, do you want to go home, you want to sleep, yeah, whatever. All the requirement you can mention in the status, kind of update, Complete the report which needs the following components. Identify percentage, how much portion you have completed, 10%, 20%, 30%. You will tell your stakeholder that this is what you have already completed. Indicate the status, what you are planning to achieve and how much you have achieved. A budget status report, planned versus actual, so it's a budget status report. I can highlight that. Percentage of the project completed, status of the project deliverable and milestone, highlight the work already been completed, completed work, list what is still to be undertaken, and identify any risks that have been closed out and that are still open. You feel, oh, okay, we are on track of budget and we had some risk of going over budget. So for now, we have taken care of it, but moving forward, it might come back again. Just giving an example. You say that, okay, we were talking about the project about that dinner party, entertainment dinner party. Okay, so for that one, you negotiated a gift at a discounted price. So when you were planning to distribute some gift to all the employee as a project part, that supplier said, okay, I'm going to charge $30 for this small gift article. And you feel like, oh my God, if I pay $30 times by all the 50 employee, my budget is $1,500, which is a lot. And you will tell that supplier, no, please, I'm buying 50 article for you. If you can give me a discount, I wouldn't go anywhere else. And he gave you a discounted price of $25 to fit within your budget frame. Okay, I'm just giving an example of the scenario. Any risk that was already closed and anything that's open. So risk of going over budget, that was there. The scenario was about that party event, one of the scenario from task 2. You are planning to give gift to every employee. When you chase the supplier that, oh, I want this nice coffee mug for all the employee or nice water bottle, so they carry it with them and they don't have to use a plastic bottle. Okay, and the supplier gave you a quote of $30 and you said, no, $30 will make it $1,500. That's too over budget. If I spend $1,500 here, I'll have a lot of variation in my budget. So you requested a supplier, please give me a discounted price, and he gave you for $25, which fits within your budget category. So that was a risk, you took care of it. Another risk example, some employee leaving the project in between. Say after 15 days or whenever within your reporting window, you have an employee coming to you, sir, I am getting a better job and I'll have to quit your project. I'll quit this job, quit this company. Sorry for that. I cannot work with you. And you try to convince that person that, oh, I'm very happy for you that you are getting a new job, but how about you wait 2 additional weeks to finalize the project? So there was a risk which you already covered. Okay, these are the 2 examples which you already covered. Risk that are still open, again, the same finance risk. You know that, oh, suppliers has already respected your price quote in this instance, but it will not happen again. It may not happen again that he will respect your price quote. So that's another budget variation, is another risk. Okay, employee, you were trying you were successful in convincing an employee not to quit the project in the midway, but there are a few employees who feels there is a lot to do and they will quit in between. That's a risk, always open. Yeah. So you will talk about any risk already covered versus anything that's open. Okay. What you will do, go to this template, okay, project status report, and write all the details here. So let's go and open that. It project status report, LHO. Right. Task 3.1 is already says in the header, so you will not get confused, right? And you can simply rename the file as task 3.1. Again, the same info, the gray italic is for the instruction. You will have to remove it and write in your own fonts, own words. Scope, schedule, cost, risk, quality. How much project is completed? You'll write percentage, 10%, 15%, half of the project. Okay. Then you'll write about the scope. Tells you how you are keeping with the original scope. You plan for achieving something, but you are nowhere near to that, or you are on track of that scope. Any deliverable milestone. Same thing, yeah. Budget status. Approved budget, expenditure, actual expense variance. Like I told you earlier, that you had 1,500 for the gift as a quote, but you got it under 1,500. So that's a variance. You have some surplus money, some cash flow. That's good. Okay. Work completed, work plan, any open issues or any risk. Simple template, simple thing. Project status report. Part 1 of assessment 3. Continue with the task. Assessment 3.2. Meet with key stakeholder to inform project status report. Now, who are your stakeholders? Stakeholder are the key person working with you, key person whom you are reporting, the project sponsor, project director, your boss, your management, everyone could be a stakeholder with you. It's a meeting and it's a video meeting. So good luck with that. Another video. You are to organize a status meeting of the key project, at least 2 people, to explain the content of the status report prepared in the task 3.1. So what you prepared? See, sometimes even if you prepare a report, you need to explain the person that, oh, this is what I mean in a document, right? If I give you all the PPT slides of this unit, will you be confident that everything will make sense to you, or do I need to explain? Yeah, same thing with this task. If I give you all the tasks, they are on my village, go and do it yourself. Would you be happy with that, or do I need to explain it? Yeah, even though you have the material, you have the task, you have the resources, still I might have to explain it again and again and again. This is the same thing you are doing with your stakeholder. You prepared a report, but you will need to talk about the report. That this is what I mean, this is what is here, this is what we are working on, and everything. If you choose the workplace project, if you choose your original workplace, then try to involve key stakeholder from your workplace. So let's say the doctors choose their hospital or clinic as a workplace, then someone from that place should be a key stakeholder. If you choose a SIM company, then again, you can do it with your friends, family member, kids, husband, wife, you know, anyone. The meeting is specifically inform the key project stakeholder of the following. This is what you should inform. The percentage of the project completed. Again, it's a similar thing what you already covered. The status of the project deliverable. Ensure one deliverable and milestone is either ahead or behind the schedule, and explain why. You were planning that the venue for that party event should be booked within 5 days of your start of the project, and you did it on the first day, or you couldn't do it on until the 10th day. First day is ahead, 10th day is behind. So at least one of them has to be here. A budget status report. Why plan versus actual is as D. Highlight any key issues, any work to be still taken, what you intend to do, and answer 2 questions, at least 2 questions by the key stakeholder attending this meeting. So we got at least 2 people. Where it is? Yes, at least 2 people. So yourself plus 2 people, each person will ask 1 question, which you will answer. It is a kind of description, verbal description of your return report, the project status report, because this is what we covered in project status report only. The meeting may be videoed. It will be videoed in our case. Meeting will be videoed. And it should be around 7 to 10 minutes, not too less, not too long. Clearly meet the requirement of USB accessibility, project status meeting, appropriate eye contact, body gesturing, tone, voice, clear language, demonstrated active listening, answer 2 questions, confirm, allow stakeholder to have their stay. And this is the document that you are filling in. AT3B01, AT3B01. This is the document that you will fill. Again, this document will have repeated instruction. The meeting is to confirm. See, all this in the AT3B01 is a part of the main project that you are doing. The same thing here. See, point 1, percentage of the project completed, percentage of the project status, and 2, deliverable. Same thing, same thing. Budget, explain why, highlight, list what, everything. So even though you find, oh, it's so much of it, but most of is repeated information. So you don't go here and there to look for it. So keep scrolling down, as well as this same repeated information, observation checklist, submit a recording of the video, facilitate, lead the project status, proper eye contact, body gesturing, tone and a voice. Rarely I had seen someone who is doing the meeting like this, like literally like this, head down. Yeah, it's not good. It shows that you are not confident or you are not doing something right. You have to meet the eye contact like I'm watching all of you. Even if my video is off, I have you on my main screen. I keep my video off so I can increase the data transfer speed, you know, in my village. And when I'm downloading your heavy videos, it helps. But I always have you guys on my main screen. Yeah, so I'm constantly keeping an eye contact with you guys. That's normal. This is how we talk, isn't it? We don't talk like this. If you talk like, no one will listen to you. They don't know whether you're talking to them or you're talking to the floor. Yeah, you have to make the eye contact, basic thing. Yeah. So these are the basic thing. Demonstrated active listening. That means you are listening to the participant and clarifying any questions. Answer at least 2 questions. Encourage everyone to have their say about the status of the report. Same thing. Just what I would say. Write your script based on this and this. That's it. It is the same information in your project here. La, 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 up till here. Everything is the same thing. So what you are doing is conducting this video meeting. That information is from assessment 3.1, the first part, status report. This is what you are mostly narrating to the stakeholders. Right. And the final report. Congratulations. You have successfully completed your project. However, I hate this word. You start with congratulations. Well done, my friend. But there is something that needs to be done. However, there is something that you have to do. However, there are a few things that you need to complete the work required to ensure the project has been finalized. As a project manager, you have been tasked in preparing the final report that clearly analyzes how well the project was implemented, monitored, and finalized. This report should identify any lesson learned that could be applied to the future project. This may be accomplished that should be transferred to future project, as well as strategies adopted to overcome problems encountered. So it's what you are doing as a project manager. When you are finalizing a project, you prepare that, oh, we planned about it and we got it right, or we didn't get it right, and why? What could have been improved? What could have worked well? You might feel like, oh, you gave us 3 staff, but we definitely needed 5. So everyone was constantly under pressure of work. Or you say, oh, you got 3 staff, but we didn't have enough work. So everyone was, always chatting with the people. That was too overstaffed. Something like that. Or you gave us very little money, or you gave us too much of money that we couldn't utilize. Sometimes problem is that you got too much of money, you can't fulfill the budget. You get overfunding. Then the problem is, how would I spend this money? Right? Sometimes it's under budget. How would I save money so I don't go over budget a lot? Yeah, things like that. Complete a final project reports that finalize the project, but including, so these are the points that you are covering in the final report. Again, a template is provided. I would straight go to this template, final report template, because again, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, all these 7 points should be covered here. Again, project name, project date, any instruction, introduction, project monitoring, quality, finalize the project, sign off, any lesson learned, and that's it. What we are covering, summary, how the project was implemented, review of the quality, what you supplied, was it good, was it bad, monitoring the deliverable, finance finalization, over budget, under budget, any documentation, and lesson learned. This all is here. Again, intro, same thing, copied from the other task, project scope management, cost, any skills, identify skill gap, any record keeping. This is the same thing from earlier task. Project monitoring, assessment of the schedule, any budget, reporting, performance, blah, 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 blah. Here you are writing the quality requirement, date, what you measure, I just gave one example which is not related to this. When I mark your work, when I mark your submission, there is a compliance check which is done by my manager. So obviously they are not looking at all the tasks, all the assessment, randomly selecting one. Oh, Dushyant marked Peter's work. Let me pick up that file, and he will cross-check whether Dushyant has did his job correctly or not. Okay, that's a final cross-check of quality that I am providing and assessing the work. It's there everywhere. I'm sure it's there everywhere. Yeah, if you're a trainer, if you're a doctor, whatever you are doing, there could be some final check, maybe on this spot, maybe plan, maybe randomly, periodically. Okay, it's there on almost everyone. Okay. So this is what you are saying. Okay, final as the project, any other activity, sign off, any lesson, all this, just fill in the template. Okay. Again, quickly, a summary of what we did. Breathe in, breathe out. 3 parts. AT3, 3 parts. Okay. First part of AT3 is status report, where you are creating a status report based on the template given to you. Where is that thing? Just 1 minute. AT3 status report. Yeah, this was a status report that we were talking about. Where are you guys? I lost you. Oh, you're here. Okay. Yes. The status report. So this is the first thing. What you are doing is preparing a status report based on this. Simply follow the template and fill it in. The template is covering everything. Scope, deliverable, milestone, budget, everything. Just fill in the templates. Write all the required information in a template. That's step number 1, task number 3.1. Moving forward, meet with the project stakeholder and inform about the status. So what you documented, the meeting is about that. All that thing, plus a bit of other. What is it? Is an observation, so anything with an O. The marking criteria or the observation checklist will help you prepare the script. So if I were a student of Cert for Leadership, I would write my script based on this. Submit a video recording, doesn't need a script. In my mind, I'll say, yes, I will submit a recording. Facilitate the meeting, lead the project status meeting. So I will just write my comments here, whatever. Hello, everyone. This meeting is to inform everyone about the status of the project in the first project of the report of the project after 5 days of the start of the project. We have covered whopping 20 or 30, doesn't matter, quarters of the planned work, but moving forward, we will slow down a bit since some of the task will force us to wait for external stakeholders' response. That's it. So if, again, I were a student of Cert for Leadership and Management, I will write my script here only, so I don't miss anything. Lead the project status meeting. So when I'm leading, I will obviously greet everyone. I will tell them why they are here and about the status of the project. As I have covered 30%. And you ever feel, oh, okay, it's just 5 days and you covered 30%. Then you say, okay, because it was among us, now I will have to wait for a supplier's response. And that's why it will be on track, won't be too much ahead of the time, or it will be delayed as well, depends on the supplier's response. Yeah, whatever you feel like, either you are on track, you are running behind or running ahead of the schedule, should go here. Okay, use clear language, of course, doesn't need any script. Appropriate eye contact, doesn't need any script. Body gesture, tone, active listening, all that thing doesn't need any script. The most of your script will be here. Right? Discuss the following, state the percentage done, articulate status of deliverable. Then you write, okay, we were planning to deliver 50 coffee mugs or water bottle to all the employee of our company. We have ordered it. It should arrive by next Monday, and we will gift wrap it and provide at the event party, or whatever deliverable you are expecting in that project should be here. One milestone which is ahead. So, just follow this and write your script as per this points, so you don't miss any of the points. So when I view a video, compare with this tick, 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 done. Okay, so that's your second part. Third part is project final report. You've really done a good job, but there is still something that you need to do as a project manager. Finalize the report, fill in the template, which is called final report. That's this. Simply go into each part of it and write what you feel. The gray italic font is a hint given to you to help you what to write in that section. That's it. Ready for fun? Okay, let me stop the recording.